Hola YouTube, my name is Ricardo Lino and I'm a wheel addict. I'm gonna tell you a lot of stuff about the endless setups, and I'm gonna start by telling you that you might not know, but you can use 3 times 125 on your endless. We'll get there in a second, so stay there and enjoy this review.
8 times the power.
Let's do this. This is the review that I actually been waiting way too long to make it. And the reason why I've been waiting way too long to make it, it's because I do not want this to look like bias. But it's impossible for me not to make it look that way. Reason number 1, I created a shop and I sell this product. Reason number 2, I skate them on a daily basis. Reason number 3, I really like them and it's impossible for me not to look like I like them. So here's the thing. A couple of weeks before this pandemic started, I saw it on Reddit. There was a new frame called Endless that would have like a 3 and 4 wheel option, and when using 4 wheels, you would be able to go all the way up to a 4 times 100 millimeter, and as a 4 times 100 millimeter, it will be slightly rockered, a little bit like the Wizard frames, but with a 165 mounting, meaning that I could use them on the boots that I skate most of the times, on my free skating boots. So right there, I went and I found the contact and I messaged someone that I had no idea who that was. Well, his name is Brad and he owns Endless. He got back to me and he told me, well, you work for Micro. How do I know that if I send you the frames, you're not gonna put my frames in a situation where it's not very good for me? And I told him, like, this channel is completely independent. Me working for Micro doesn't mean that I'm going to talk shit about your product. But I can't also promise you that I'm gonna like them. Best way it's actually to try them. And he was like, okay, so I'm gonna send you 3 sets and let's see how it goes. So right at the beginning of this whole pandemic, lockdown, whatever, I got a set of 80s, a set of 90s, and a set of 100s. All these frames can be used as a 4-wheel or a 3-wheel option. Right here, what you see, this is the 4 times 100, which they are advertising it as a 3 times 110, but with some boots, you are able to put 3 125s. These are probably my favorites. 3 times 110, 4 times 90, and I'm using these bling wheels. I'll talk about it in a second. And right here, these are actually Genesis skates, 3 times 100, 4 times 80s or 84s. We are using 80s here. So on these frames, you always have the option of using 3 wheels or 4 wheels. The cool thing is, and I'm gonna get to Genesis skates, 3 times 110 and all the wheels are touching the ground. See? It's a flat setup. 4 wheels, check what happens. If I press on the front, even the second to the back, like the 3rd wheel rotates. If I press on the back, front wheel up, second wheel still rotates a little bit. Now, what's special about these is that this rockering, it's very slight. It's, I would say, probably a millimeter, something around there. Obviously, these wheels are not new anymore. These wheels have been used. But if I show you on my 90s, completely new wheels, you will see that it goes around 1 millimeter. These wheels don't rotate because it's a hard process. This is an aluminum hub. I just press the bearings in. It's gonna take a little bit until they break in, and then they're gonna be perfect, I hope. I'm gonna go back to this to explain. When you press on the back, you will be on 2 wheels. When you press on the front, you'll be on 2 wheels, but it's such a slight rocker that you don't really feel this rockering a lot. And this is what happens on most of the rockering setups on the market. Example, if you buy any slalom skate, and this is actually a slalom skate, this is the Micro Delta that comes with one of those extreme rockered frames. Those frames are amazing. Those frames are amazing for slalom skating. Now, if you want to cruise the city, they're not the most stable, let's just say that. because you're skating in two wheels, like the middle two wheels or the front two wheels, with a huge difference, like 2 millimeters, sometimes even 3 millimeters of a rocker ring, that will make you feel like this and makes it very easy for you to fall backwards, to fall forwards. You feel your skate a lot like that. Now with this, it will also not feel as stable as if you're rolling a flat setup with all the wheels down, but at the same time, it will allow you to turn super smoothly, because depending on where your weight is, you're going to be more in the front, more in the back, and you're going to feel like your skates just slide when you want to turn, and that's something amazing. But at the same time, this one is a 4x84, meaning that it's a long enough frame to give you the stability that you need in case you lose your balance in the back or you lose your balance to the front. You will always feel there's a little bit of support from the back wheel and the front wheel long enough. If I use the 3x110, like the 3-wheel option, they're all on the ground, so it's a lot more stable. In a real life situation, this is what happened last week. Me and Janice went out for a skate. She was skating these skates and we were going for a little bit of distance. So we did like 10Ks, something like that. But halfway through, she was feeling this skate a little bit too loose, if that makes sense. So here's what we did. We took one of these wheels, because we were just skating, but we usually skate and we bring tools. You know, it's a good habit for a skater. We took one of the wheels, past the one of the second or third wheels, I don't remember which one was, to the middle. And yes, it does not look amazing, but this is now a lot more stable. And that's how we finished those 10Ks. Janice didn't felt the skate nervous anymore, and this works wonders. Obviously, ideally, you would go right away like this with bigger wheels, so you would roll a bit smoother and all that, but this also works. So what I want you to understand here is the 3 and the 4-wheel option make this frame super unique. Yes, there are other frames on the market that have a 3 and a 4-wheel options, but they do not have the slightly rockering option when you skate as a 4 wheels. Does that make sense to you? Now you might be wondering, what about all those different lengths? The 80s, the 90s, the 100s. Here's my take on this. The way that I see it, obviously it depends on what you want to do with them. For me, I actually like the 90s and the 100s the most. If you have a big foot, if you have a foot above 43 or 44, go straight for this. No, I'm picking the wrong one, sorry. If you have a size above 43, 44, I would say go right away for this. This is a 4x100 or 3x110 as they advertise it. I was able to put 3x125. What happens here is that obviously it's a little bit harder to turn than on the 80s, but at the same time I have a lot more stability front and back while not being too high, not being too tall. For 90s it's going to be even lower, but maybe if you have a size 43, 44, it's obviously not the same feeling as if you're using this. So it always depends on how you want your skate to feel. Now talking about the product, this is a 7000 series aluminum, meaning that it's the hardest aluminum that you can get. It comes in 2 colorways. As you can see here, they are silver and black. The silver, it's kind of like a matte silver, if that makes sense, but with a little bit of, I don't know how to say, a little bit of glitter in this matte silver. I don't really know how to explain. The black is just basically matte black. They both look super, super premium. They come in a box that I don't have here because the ones that we ordered through the shop, they are completely out. And this frame, they skate fast, but they sell even faster. That's the thing, we don't have the box here. Let me show you a picture because I actually have a picture. They come like this. Okay, now you know how they look. About the mounting, they are 165s on the 80s, they are 165 on the 90s, and weirdly enough, they are 180s on the 100s. This means that the 80s and the 90s will basically fit on every free skate boot on the market. They have You have 2 mounting holes and 1 mounting hole in the front. On the 90s, you actually have 2 mounting holes in the front, 2 mounting holes in the back. Meaning that the 90s is actually the one that gives you the most options. That's why it's one of my favorites. Also because of my foot size. On the 100s, it's a bit different because on these ones, they don't fit with a lot of the boots on the market. As an example, if I want to use them on these Deltas, it's hard. If I want to use them on my Micro MT Plus, these ones it's just a 165 mounting. But on my Delta Fs, they have 7 holes. 7 different options of mounting the frames in the front and 7 different options in the back, meaning that with this frame they do fit and I still can use them a little bit more in front or a little bit more in the back. I think they're quite balanced right here. There's other skates from Micro that they fit in a lot of the FR skates. I know some people also use them on some Power Slide Imperials. I've seen in some of the Flying Eagle boots. I know that some people are having problems to fit these on the Twister Edge, but I also know that Endless has been posting on Instagram something about creating a 100mm option for the Twister Edge skate, meaning that they would fit on other skates on the market. What happened is they tried to make this frame as low as possible. And in order to make it super low, they actually had to make this framing option. It's not as compatible, but at the same time, performance-wise, it's just amazing. Other than that, there's other things that are now being changed for the next models that on these ones wasn't that cool. Maybe they were cool, but they could be better. Example, if I get basically the left and the right frame are the same. That means that on one frame you tie it on the inside, the other one you need to put your leg all weird to tie it on the outside. I know that in the future you just need to put both your feet on the inside, meaning that you can change the wheels without actually taking the skates off. That's a very cool thing. I know that that will happen with 80s, 90s and 100s. I also know that they've been working on different stuff. I can't talk with you guys about it. But what I can talk with you guys about it is, as I said previously, they skate proper fast, but they sell even faster. And I can tell you right now that the Wheel Addict shop, we just order 30 pairs of 80s and 90s, and in the next couple of weeks they will be on pre-order. According to Endless, they will be here before the end of October, meaning that they will be shipping from Portugal to wherever you are in the world before the end of October. So if you want to put your hands or your feet in one of these Endless 80s or 90s, make sure to go on the wheeladdict.shop and pre-order yours right now. That's it. The price should be the same worldwide, so you know what to do. wheeladdict.shop. We always announce something new on the 27th. This video is not coming out on the 27th, as I said, but we have a little something for you guys. So if you order any of these Endless frames, you will also get one of our new skate hooks. You can get these skate hooks on wheeladdict.shop. Front page, you'll find them, or you buy a new set of Endless frames and they will come with a skate hook. And I hope you guys enjoyed this review. There wasn't a lot of skating in this review because I actually been skating on this for so long. I'm pretty sure you've seen me skating these frames on my Instagram, here on YouTube. There's not a lot more to be said about this frame. I love them. From 1 to 10, this is the product that I would say it's the closest to a 10 that I've actually reviewed here on this channel. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this review and if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Press on that bell so you will get a notification every time I upload one of these. Also, if you want to support what I do here with this channel, you can always press on that join button and join the community of members that actually supports this channel. They have a couple of different perks, special videos just for them and all that. They have discounts on the shop. Other than that, if you like it, thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumbs down. Let me know what you didn't like about this video. And more important than anything else, just like I always say in every single video, do not ever forget why we all started skating. And that is because it's fun. Cheers. See you soon. Just in case you were wondering, I had to use a cutting tool on my 700 euros pair of boots just to cut a little bit of the front in order for the 125s to fit. But they look good, don't they? Cheers.
It got a little longer, so it seems.